Hi, I'm Kevin Lindsay and I'm a junior at Bennett Academy.
I'm Chris Simon. I'm also a junior at Bennett Academy.
I'm Stacy Miller, and I'm also a junior at Bennett Academy.
Okay, good. Thank you guys for letting me interview you today. I'm going to be asking you about, well, we're going to be talking about social cognitive views of learning. So, this is part you just have to listen to. Social cognitive theory focuses on how people learn by observing others and then eventually regulate their own behavior. So, I'm going to be asking you about modeling. People learn all kinds of things by imitating models. When we're little, we learn easy things like, tying our shoes, brushing our teeth, stuff like that, maybe from your parents or from older siblings. And then eventually we learn more complex things, like you might imitate your, you know, I don't know, your dad or an older brother playing basketball, shooting basketball, learning to dance is another one. We are more likely to, these are more complex ones, but we're more likely to read more if we see our parents reading more at home, less likely to tolerate a racist statement if we see people around us refusing to tolerate that, and we're more likely to break from gender stereotypes when we see other people behaving without regard to those stereotypes. So people can learn a lot from watching other people. What I'm interested in is finding out if you believe that you have more live models or more symbolic models. Live models are real people that you observe doing something, parents, teachers, siblings, cousins, anybody that you see like on a day-to-day basis. And then symbolic models are real or fictional characters, and they can be from history, from books, films, television, other media. So, what do you guys think?
Well, my family's from Puerto Rico, and so they've grown up in a family where they don't tolerate Hispanic ethnic slurs very well. And seeing that as a child, I've taken that like stance. So whenever I hear like a Hispanic slur on television or in a hallway or something, I kind of get angry and I try and do something about it.
Okay, that's good. That makes sense, right?
Okay. I'm Catholic. I've been brought up in a very strong Catholic house, and my parents, mostly my mother, teach me every day stuff she's learned every day about our faith, and stuff that I remember from a long time ago about our faith. And even in school, even in our Catholic school, when somebody criticizes my faith or says something wrong, about an issue on our faith that we stand up for or something like that, I get really also like frustrated and oftentimes speak out against them and tell people what I believe to be the truth.
Okay, good. That's an important example. Stacey, do you have one?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Well, because my parents have always similar to the racial slurs thing. They've always stressed not being prejudiced and not insulting people with swears and stuff like that. And so through that, I've always grown up trying not to do that and trying to not judge people on what they look like and all that stuff.
Okay, good. Those are really good examples of things that you learn from live models. Do you have any other examples of? Those are things you learn from people that you encounter every day, right? Do you have any examples of things you learned from people that you don't actually know, like people from a show or a movie?
Well, I grew up watching the Chicago White Sox, and they're like a group of people that I look up to, and they taught me how to like love the game of baseball, and I just can't stop watching them, and I want to like emulate them and stuff like that.
Okay, good. That's a good example.
I play the drums, so I'm always on YouTube looking at songs and different music videos, imitating, only focusing past the guitarist, past the singer, looking at the drummer, seeing how he's holding himself, what his techniques are when he's going. So I always try to figure out different ways to improve my skills.
Okay, Stacey, do you have something?
This might not be exactly related, but I, one cousin, she sews, and I've always looked up to her and wanted to be like her and everything, and so I'd always watch to see what she was doing and try to do what she was doing, watch the way she was sewing or how she was crocheting and what kind of yarn she was using or needle or stuff like that.
Good. Yeah, that is a good example. It's a live model, and we were talking about symbolic ones, but it's still
Sorry.
no, it's okay. It's still a good example. So do you guys think that you actually have more live models than symbolic models? that you look up to more people that, that are actually in your family or teachers?
Well, I think that we have more symbolic models, but it's the live models that teach you lessons that you'll take for life. Like, I think that the only things that you can learn from symbolic models are things like how to play baseball, how to run a country, how to do stuff like that, and things that you learn from family members and stuff are lessons that you'll take for life.
Okay, that's a really good point. You guys have anything to add to that?
Not so much.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. All right. Well, did you have any other last examples, or is that pretty much it?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do kind of agree though that like we do like definitely watch people like I don't know, I feel like we might have more like live models though.
Okay.
Because it's just like if we actually like see people and see how like what they're doing and are actually able to like watch them and actually like and like reading about them or just like using them as a symbol, then
Mhm.
it's like more like we're able to relate it
Meaningful.
more to our life.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Those were all very good examples, and thank you guys for helping me out.
No problem.
Bye.